Hello, and welcome back to Talk About It in English. If you have been following our channel, you know that our goal is simple. We want to help you take the English you know in your head and turn it into English you can speak with your mouth. We want you to feel comfortable talking about your real life, not the life in a textbook, but your actual day, your job, your feelings.
That is right. And in our last video, we looked at a really important idea. We talked about how you need to stop overthinking and just start talking. We saw that making mistakes is okay, and that fluency comes from action, not from being perfect. It was a great lesson, wasn't it?
It was. But you know, after that video, we got a lot of questions. People said, okay, I understand. I want to stop thinking and start talking. But how? When I try to speak, my brain just freezes.
I know that feeling. It's like a loading bar in your head. You want to say something simple like, I am going to the bank. But before you speak, you stop. You think about the grammar. You translate the word bank from your native language. You check the verb tense. And by the time you're ready to speak, the moment has passed.
Exactly. That's the translation trap. Most learners, especially at the A2 or B1 level, are constantly translating. You see a cup, you think of the word in your language, and then you translate it to cup. You feel tired, you think of the word in your language, and then you translate it to tired. This extra step is what kills your fluency. It makes you slow, and it makes you nervous.
So how do we break this habit? We can't just turn off our brains. We have to think about something.
You are right. We cannot stop thinking, but we can change how we think. We can train our brains to link English words directly to the world around us, skipping the translation step entirely. And to do that, we are going to use a technique called the narration method.
The narration method? That sounds a bit formal. Is it complicated?
Not at all. In fact, it is the simplest routine we have ever taught on this channel. It takes about 5 minutes a day. You do not need a textbook. You do not need a teacher. You don't even need a partner. You just need your life, your boring, everyday life.
I like the sound of that. My life is pretty boring, so I have plenty of material. So what is the core idea here?
The core idea is to become the narrator of your own documentary. Imagine there's a camera following you around for just 5 minutes a day. Your job is to describe exactly what is happening in that moment. Not what happened yesterday, not what you hope will happen tomorrow, but what is happening right now.
Okay, so I am describing my actions in real time.
Exactly. And to make this easy, we are going to break it down into 3 levels. Level 1 is nouns, level 2 is actions, and level 3 is feelings. By the end of this video, you will be able to mix all 3 together to speak fluently about your routine without translating a single word.
That sounds like a big promise.
It is. But if you stick with us for this entire lesson, and if you actually practice the sentences we give you, you will feel the difference. Before we start, if you want to make sure you don't miss our future lessons on how to talk about your job, your travel plans, or your health, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are building a complete guide to talking about real life, one topic at a time.
All right, let's get into it. You said level 1 is nouns. That sounds very basic.
It is basic, but it is the foundation. The problem with translation is that your brain has a strong connection between an object, let's say a table, and the word for table in your native language. The connection to the English word table is weak. We need to strengthen that connection.
So how do we do that? Flashcards?
No flashcards. Flashcards are still abstract. I want you to use your physical environment. Level 1 is the touch and say routine. You're going to walk around your room, touch an object, and say its English name out loud, immediately.
Just the name?
Just the name. Or to make it a full sentence, you can say, I see a, or this is a. But the focus is on the object. Let's try it right now. Imagine you're in your kitchen. What do you see?
Okay, I am imagining my kitchen. I see a fridge.
Good, but don't just think it. Imagine walking up to it, putting your hand on the cold metal door and saying, fridge, or refrigerator. Do it again.
Fridge.
What else? Look at the counter.
Kettle.
Excellent. Now touch the kettle in your mind. Is it hot? Is it cold? It doesn't matter yet. Just label it. Kettle. What else is there?
There's a mug, a spoon, a toaster.
Perfect. This sounds too simple to be useful, but here's what is happening. When you touch the object and speak the English word simultaneously, you are creating a direct neural pathway. You are teaching your brain, this object equals kettle. You are bypassing your native language.
I see. So I should do this for how long?
Just 1 minute. When you wake up, before you leave the bedroom, touch 5 things: pillow, blanket, lamp, phone, mirror. Say them out loud. If you do not know the word for something, skip it. Do not stop to look in a dictionary. The goal is flow, not perfection.
That makes sense. It stops the hesitation. If I don't know the word for curtains, I just move to the window.
Exactly. Now, once you are comfortable with naming things, we move to the most important part of this method. Level 2, the action.
This is where we start using verbs, right?
Yes, but not just any verbs. We are going to focus exclusively on one verb tense, the present continuous.
The present continuous. That is the one with ing, right?
Yes, I am walking, I am eating, I am sleeping. A lot of learners make a mistake here. They try to narrate their life using the present simple. They say things like, I walk to the door, or I open the fridge.
Is that wrong? Grammatically, it sounds okay.
It is grammatically correct in a story, but it is not natural for describing what is happening right now. If you use present simple, I walk, it sounds like a habit. I walk to work every day. But if you are doing it in this second, you must use present continuous. I am walking.
I get it. Present simple is for routines. Present continuous is for reality, for the now.
Exactly. And using I am-ing is actually very easy once you get into the rhythm. It has a beat to it. I am walking. I am talking. So for level 2 of the narration method, you are going to narrate exactly what you are doing as you do it.
Can we try an example? Let's stick with the kitchen theme. I am making coffee in the morning.
Great scenario. This is a perfect time to practice because you do it every day. It's automatic physically, so your brain is free to focus on English. Let's walk through the steps. You walk into the kitchen. What do you say?
I am walking into the kitchen.
Good. You reach for the kettle.
I am holding the kettle.
You put it under the water tap.
I am filling the kettle with water.
Listen to that rhythm. I am filling. Now you turn it on.
I am turning on the kettle. Or maybe I am boiling the water.
Both are perfect. I am boiling the water. Now while you wait, maybe you get a cup.
I am taking a cup from the cupboard.
And a spoon?
I am grabbing a spoon.
Notice how speaker 2 is using different verbs, taking, grabbing, holding. This is how you build vocabulary naturally. You realize, oh, I always say take. Maybe today I can say grab. But the structure is always the same. I am-ing.
It feels a bit like being a robot at first. I am walking, I am stopping, I am looking.
It can feel robotic, yes, but remember, you are building the foundation. You are like a musician practicing scales. You play the simple notes so that later you can play jazz. The goal here is to destroy the translation habit. When you say, I am pouring the water, while you actually see the water pouring, your brain cannot translate. It is too busy matching the word to the action.
That is a really good point. If I'm speaking at the same speed as my actions, I don't have time to translate.
Exactly. Speed is your friend here. Let's try a different scenario. Let's try the leaving the house routine. This is something everyone does. You have your keys, your bag, your coat.
Okay, let's do it. I am standing by the door.
What are you putting on?
I am putting on my coat. I am zipping up my coat.
Zipping up. That is a great phrasal verb. Often we learn close the coat, but zip up is much more natural.
Then I look for my keys. So I am looking for my keys.
And when you see them,
I am picking up my keys.
then you open the door.
I am opening the door.
You step outside,
I am walking outside.
and you lock the door.
I am locking the door.
Perfect. That took about 20 seconds. In those 20 seconds, you spoke 6 or 7 perfect English sentences. You didn't study grammar. You didn't worry about mistakes. You just narrated your life.
And I imagine if I do this every morning for a week, those phrases, locking the door, zipping up my coat, they will just stick in my head forever.
They will. They will become automatic. And that is what fluency is. Fluency is just a collection of automatic phrases that you don't have to think about.
Okay, so level 1 was nouns. Level 2 was actions using present continuous. What is level 3?
Level 3 is where we stop sounding like a robot. Level 3 is the feeling routine. We are going to add adjectives.
Adjectives describe nouns, right? Like big, small, red, blue.
Yes, but also feelings and conditions. Hot, cold, tired, busy, late, early.
This is where you add your personality to the narration. Instead of just stating facts, you state your experience.
So, going back to the coffee example, instead of I am drinking coffee, what would I say?
You could say, I am drinking the hot coffee, or I am drinking the strong coffee.
That adds a bit more detail.
It does. But let's try to combine the action with a feeling about the action. This is a slightly more advanced pattern, but very useful. You can say, I am drinking coffee because I am tired.
Ah, adding the because. That connects the action to the internal state.
Right. Or simply describe the object with more care. Let's look at the commute again. You are walking to the bus stop. In level 2, you said, I am walking to the bus. How can we add level 3 details to that?
Well, maybe the weather. I am walking in the cold wind.
Excellent. I am walking in the cold wind. Now you are telling a story. You are not just a robot moving through space. You are a human experiencing the cold. What about the bus? Is it on time?
I am waiting for the late bus.
The late bus. That conveys frustration. It conveys a situation.
What if I see a lot of people?
I am looking at the busy street, or I am standing in the crowded bus stop.
Crowded. That is a good word for when there are too many people.
Yes. So level 3 is about taking that simple I am doing sentence and adding one descriptive word. Just one. Don't try to make a poem. Just add one detail. I am eating the sweet apple. I am reading the boring report. I am washing the dirty dishes.
I like that rule. Just one word. It keeps the pressure low.
Exactly. So now we have the 3 levels. Level 1, name things. Level 2, narrate actions with ing. Level 3, add an adjective.
Shall we try to put it all together? A full simulation?
Let's do it. I want everyone listening to try this with us. We are going to visualize a commute. This is a classic everyday topic. Everyone travels somewhere, to work, to school, to the shops. We are going to create a narration script for a morning commute.
I am ready. I will play the role of the learner. I'm walking out of my apartment building.
Okay, start with what you see. Level 1.
I see the sky. I see the street. I see a car.
Good. Now level 2. What are you doing?
I am walking down the stairs. I am pushing the heavy door.
Nice use of heavy there. You jumped to level 3. I am pushing the heavy door. Keep going. You are on the street now.
I am walking on the sidewalk. I am listening to a podcast.
I am listening to a podcast. That is a great phrase to shadow. A lot of people say listening a podcast or hearing a podcast, but it is listening to. When you narrate your life, you practice these little prepositions automatically.
I am listening to a podcast. Okay, now I am at the bus stop. I am checking my phone.
Why? Use level 3.
I am checking my phone because I am worried.
Worried about what?
I am worried about the time. I am late.
I am late. A simple state of being. Good. Now imagine the bus arrives. The bus is coming. I am waving my hand. I am waving my hand. Good action. The bus stops. The doors open. I am getting on the bus. Stop there. Getting on. This is crucial. We get in a car, but we get on a bus, on a train, on a plane. Narrating this action physically helps you remember the preposition. You are physically stepping up and on to the platform of the bus. I am getting on the bus.
That helps. If I say it every time I step onto the bus, I'll never forget it. I am getting on the bus.
Now you need to pay.
I am swiping my card. Or maybe I am touching my card to the reader.
Swiping or tapping are the most common words today. I am tapping my card.
I am tapping my card. Then I look for a seat.
Is the bus empty or full?
It is full. I am looking for a seat, but the bus is crowded.
Great compound sentence. I am looking for a seat, but the bus is crowded. Finally, you find one.
I am sitting down.
And relax. I am relaxing.
Wow, that was a whole journey, and we did it entirely in English.
And we did it using simple grammar. We didn't use the present perfect continuous. We didn't use the third conditional. We used nouns, adjectives, and the present continuous tense. This is what we mean by talk about real life. You don't need complex grammar to describe your day. You just need clear, active words.
I can see how this stops the translation. If I am really focusing on tapping my card and sitting down, my brain is fully in English mode. But I have a question.
Go ahead.
What if I am in a public place? I cannot just walk down the street talking to myself, saying, I am walking.
People will think I am crazy.
That is a very valid concern, and we do not want you to get into trouble. The narration method works best when you can speak out loud, even at a whisper. When you are alone in your kitchen, speak loudly. I am making coffee. Get your mouth muscles moving.
But on the bus?
On the bus or in a busy street, you can use the internal voice. You do the exact same routine, but you say the words inside your head. However, and this is important, you must still move your tongue.
Move my tongue?
Yes, this is a little trick. You don't make sound, but you form the words with your mouth and tongue. You articulate the shapes of the words. This is called subvocalization. It bridges the gap between thinking and speaking. So on the bus, you are looking at the window and your lips are moving tiny bits. I am looking at the window.
Nobody will notice that?
People are usually looking at their phones. They won't notice. But even if you just think the sentences clearly, it helps. However, whenever you are alone, in the shower, in the car, walking the dog, speak out loud. The physical act of speaking is what builds the muscle memory.
The shower is a great place for this. I am washing my hair. I am turning off the water.
I am drying my face. I am looking for my towel. The bathroom is actually a goldmine for vocabulary. Shampoo, conditioner, soap, tiles, mirror, sink, tap, drain. If you narrate your shower every day, you will master bathroom vocabulary in 1 week.
What happens if I get stuck? Let's say I am narrating my cooking, and I am cutting an onion, but I forget the word onion. Do I stop and check Google Translate?
No, this is the no dictionary zone. If you stop to look up a word, you break the flow. You switch back to study mode. We want to stay in speaking mode.
So what do I do? Just skip it?
You have 2 choices. Choice 1, generalize. If you don't know onion, say vegetable. I am cutting the vegetable. If you don't know chopping, say cutting. If you don't know kettle, say machine or thing.
I am turning on the water thing.
Exactly. It sounds funny, but it keeps you speaking English. You are still building the sentence structure, I am turning on the. The specific noun is less important than the flow.
And choice 2?
Choice 2 is to describe it. I am cutting the white round food. I am cutting the thing that makes me cry. This is actually a very high-level skill called circumlocution. It means talking around a word you don't know. It is what fluent speakers do when they forget a word.
So forgetting a word is actually a chance to practice describing things.
Precisely. If you stop and translate, you fail. If you describe it or generalize, you win. You stay in English.
I really like that mindset. It takes the pressure off. I don't need to be a walking dictionary. I just need to keep the story moving.
Keep the story moving. That is the motto of the narration method.
Okay, I am feeling motivated. I want to try this, but I know myself. I might do it for 1 day and then forget. How do I make this a habit?
That is why we have a challenge for you. We call it the 7-Day Narration Challenge. It is very simple. I want you to pick one routine in your life, just one. It could be making breakfast, walking to the bus, walking the dog, getting ready for bed, washing the dishes.
Just one routine?
Just one. And for the next 7 days, every time you do that routine, you must narrate it out loud using the 3 levels we discussed.
So if I choose washing the dishes, every night for a week I stand at the sink and say, I am washing the plate. I am holding the sponge. The water is warm. I am drying the fork.
Yes. By the end of the week, you will have narrated that routine 7 times. You will be sick of it, but you will also be completely fluent in talking about washing dishes. The words sponge, soap, scrub, rinse, and dry will be stuck in your mouth forever.
And once I master the dishes, I can pick a new routine for the next week.
Exactly. Week 2, the commute. Week 3, grocery shopping. Week 4, the gym. If you do this for a few months, you will have covered almost every aspect of your daily life. And the best part? You are thinking in English. You are not translating. When you pick up a sponge, your brain will say sponge, not the word in your language.
It is like building a map of English over my real life.
That is a beautiful way to put it. You are mapping English onto your reality.
Well, I'm going to start with my morning coffee routine. I think that's the easiest one for me to remember.
Fantastic. And for everyone listening, tell us in the comments, which routine are you going to choose for your 7-day challenge? Are you going to narrate your breakfast, your walk, your shower? Write it down in the comments. Writing it down makes a promise to yourself.
And let us know how it feels. Is it weird? Is it hard? Do you find yourself forgetting words? We want to hear about the struggle too.
Yes, be honest. Learning is messy, but remember the anchor of this lesson. Stop trying to translate complex thoughts. Start naming simple actions. I am walking. I am sitting. I am listening.
It is simple but powerful.
Before we go, I want to give you one more tip. If you find that you are running out of vocabulary, like you want to describe your morning but you don't know the words for toothbrush or toothpaste or shaving, don't worry. We have a video specifically about talking about your morning routine.
That video is a great companion to this one. It gives you all the specific nouns and verbs you need, so you can watch that, learn the words, and then use the narration method to practice them.
Exactly. You can find that video on our channel page. But for now, your homework is simple. Put your phone down. Look away from the screen. Look at your hand. What is it doing?
I am turning off the video?
Not yet, but soon. I am sitting. I am listening. I am ready to speak. I am ready to speak. Thank you so much for watching Talk About It in English. Remember, fluency is not a magic trick. It is a habit. So go out there, narrate your life, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Keep talking.